Let's solve question 2.4 now. So suppose we have an economy where firms compete for workers and there is free entry and exit of the firms. Now, measuring the worker's output costs €C for the worker, so €C per worker. The workers differ in their productivity, and that productivity ranges between the level of 0 and 100. Now, firms can either pay a straight salary or they offer a piece rate pay. In the case of piece rate pay, the output must be measured, and we just said it costs €C per day. None of the firms make a profit. So in part A, we suppose that the measurement cost is 0, which workers will work at a salary. So which workers are going to go for the fixed salary. Now, under the case of a fixed salary, let's see how the company will decide how much to pay. If it's a fixed salary, in part A, salary. Because it makes 0 profit, what does it mean to make 0 profit? It means that whatever the worker generates us, we pay him back. Meaning that the wage that we pay the worker is going to be equal to the average productivity. Okay, so let's see, how do we compute the average productivity? Let's suppose that we have a range with the productivity between 0 until 30. What would be the average productivity over here? Well, the average would be the middle value. It would be the midpoint, or the median, so to speak. Meaning we would have the difference between 30 and 0 divided by 2, and that would be equal to a $15, or in this case I think it's euros, 15 euros wage. That would be the fixed salary. Now, who would like to get this fixed salary? Well, of course, the people who produce less than 50 euros, they benefit from it. So if the production Q of that individual is less than 15 euros, then he is better off getting a wage of 15. That's more than he actually produces. He gains from that. But all the people who produce more than 15, all the people who produce more than 15 euros per hour, they are better off for the piece rate. Because what would be the piece rate? Well, the piece rate would be exactly the amount that they produce. So if one worker produces 16 euros an hour and it costs nothing to prove that to the company, well, then the company will pay him back also 16 euros. So he gains more than the fixed salary. Hope this makes sense. Now, what's the intuition with the fixed salary here? The idea, the highlight of this method of payment is that only the workers who cannot produce much are interested in fixed salary, because they know if they have to prove themselves, well, they're not gonna get that much. Like if their productivity is 7 euros per hour, that's all they're gonna get, 7 euros. But if the average productivity, the wage, the straight salary is higher than 7, they would like to get more than 7 euros. Meaning that the low productive, the least productive workers would like fixed salary. Least productive workers would like fixed salary, would like W, which is the fixed salary. Now, who would like the piece rate? Well, of course, the people who have what to prove, the people who know that they can produce 30, 40, 50, 60 euros an hour. Basically, the high productivity people would like the piece rate because it costs nothing for them to prove it, and they know they deserve it because they actually, worked a lot for it. So they would like to get in return the money that they deserve. So highly productive people would like piece rate, would like piece rate. Now, between the least productive and the highly productive, who is gonna go for what? Well, look, if the least productive workers would like the straight salary, it means the distribution of the productivity for those workers, the distribution of the least productive workers, is going to be between 0 and a low number. And let's say, for the sake of the example, that low number is going to be 20. Well, in that case, the fixed salary that they're going to get is going to be 20 divided by 2, which is just 10 euros. Meaning the only people that will benefit from getting these 10 euros are going to be the people who produce less than 10 euros. But that's going to be the minority, literally the worst workers. Meaning that if the worst workers are going to go for the average productivity, for the straight salary, and that straight salary is going to go down the more worse workers are there, right? The more worse, how can I say that? The least productive, the less productive the worker, the lower the wage, meaning that no one is going to be interested to do that because the straight salary is going to be diminished too much. So everyone is going to go to piece rate because it's wiser for them to just prove their skills. Hope this makes sense. In the next video we will continue.